guys, welcome to another Android Studio development tutorial. My name is Lawson Luke. So in this tutorial, we'll be looking at Android's ListView and circular ImageView library. The Android ListView is a view which contains a group of elements or items that are displayed in a scrollable list. The ListView is implemented by importing the android.widget.ListView class, and by default, the ListView is scrollable, so there is no need to use other scrollable views to render the items. Now, the circular ImageView library is used to render images in a circular view, just like we have displayed here on the screen. So it's a very sleek library and it's very easy to use. You just need to add this implementation dependency to your Gradle file and then call this widget in your XML layout, and you're done. I'm going to put the link in the description and for this particular tutorial. So let's get to the coding part of it and see how these explanations work out. So I already created a new activity here. So this is a new Android Studio project called a ListView demo. So you can create yours and name it whatever it is you feel is convenient for you. Okay, so we'll go to the layout here. I'm on the layout. I'm on the project structure. So here. So what I want to do is to create a list view. So I'm going to create two. I'm going to create two layout XML files here. One will hold the list view, and one will hold more like the contents we want to add in the list view. Okay, so to do that first, what I'm going to do is to add the circular image view dependency. So come to this page, just copy this right here. And then what I'll do, I'll come to my Gradle file under the app structure, this one here, and just add the dependency somewhere here. So when I'm done with that, I'll just sync the files to get the changes. Okay, so I think the file was synced successfully, so we can go right to the XML file and begin to make changes to this one here. So what we'll do here, what I want to do here, first off, I want to have I'm just going to create, let me create a new XML file here. I told you we're going to have two, so I'm going to create a new XML file. See, I'll call this one I call it list on the ScrollView here. Let's see, I wanted to use a relative layout. Okay, so have it here. So I have this here is in a relative layout to render this content. Okay, so what I want to do here is to add. I'm going to add. Just call my ListView component here. So I have ListView. For width, I'm going to set width to match parent, and for height, I'm going to set height to wrap content, and for divider height, I'm going to set it to 0 here. I'm going to give it an ID. It should be 0 dp. So for ID, I'm going to give this an ID of just call this list underscore view. Okay, so there we go. We have the changes and display here. Alright, so that's just what I'm going to do for this one. So for this particular one here, I'm going to change this. Oops. Okay, so for this one here, what I want to do is to change this from a relative from a constraint layout to a relative layout. So I'm going to use a relative layout there for this one. So this will be a relative layout. I want to get rid of this text view here. Okay, So what I want to do here next is to call that my circular image view library here. So I'm just going to copy this here, this widget, and now come right here and paste it here. Nice and easy. And so you can see it's being recognized because of the dependency that I synced with the project here. So now we'll set the image that we want to. So this image is not available. So what I'm going to do is to use I'll just call new image here. So what I'll do, go to res, go to new. I'm going to vector assets. So here I can get mostly clip art images here that I can use. Okay, I'm just going to use this for a placeholder. So maybe I'm just going to use this image here just for a placeholder, so we can see how it goes here. So instead of calling this, I'll call the image IC. IC underscore aspect ratio. Okay, so I have this shown here. Alright, so what I want to do here next is to I'm going to set this to wrap content. I'm going to set this to wrap content too as well. Wrap content. Okay, so what I want to have next, oops, I've got an error here. Okay. Alright, so what I want to do here, so we can see the image being displayed right here. So what I'll do, what I can do here is to add a padding, so that I'll just add nice padding here. Let's give this 20 dp. Here. I'm going to set margin top here as well too. So I'm going to set margin top. I'm going to give it 100 dp. Okay, so we can see this being shown here. So next, I'm going to add a text view right there. So I'll have call my text view widget. So for the text view, I'm going to set it to wrap content, width and height. I want to set I'm going to give this Android layout to set to right. So I'm going to set it to right of this. I actually want to change this from profile image. I think I'll just use my own. It doesn't actually make any difference anyway, but I want to use something, okay, that I'm conversant with here. So I'm going to write ListView image, so it's going to be to the right of this here. Okay, so I'm going to set center vertical here. So center vertical, I'm going to set it to true. Okay, I'm going to set margin left. Margin left, I'm going to set it to 30 dp. What I want to set next, I'm going to set the text size. Text size, I'm going to give it 20 sp. We'll just see how that works out here. So I've not added the text yet, but before I do that, I want to give this an ID here. So I'm going to use an ID of ListView on this item, on this description here, for instance. Next, I want to give this some text. Just see how this works out. Let's call this text here. Okay, let's see. Alright, so I'm going to take out that center vertical here. Alright, so you can see here I have, this is how I want the placeholders to be, the view to be. So it's going to be an image here and it's going to be a text here. Here. But the text and the image is going to be what resets it to be. That's what we get to the Java files in a bit. So I think we're done with that one here. So what we're going to do next is to go and see, go to the Java files and start to write the code for that logic. Okay, so what we're going to do here, set content view to here, instead of this activity and this core main here, I'm going to set list view for this one here. So this will be list view, list underscore view. Okay, so what we want to do next is to say here we are going to declare, what we're going to declare is we're going to declare private call private. Let's call this integer. Just declare an array. So I'll call this list image. I'll just call this list view image, for instance. List view image calls new. Okay. So yeah, I think this should be a semicolon. Say, alright, so what I want to do next is to this is an array that we hold all the images that I want to be displayed on the list view. So I'm going to add those images here. I think I'm just going to use 4 of those images here. So I want to this vector asset and just call those images. I want to have about the app, rate the app, share, contact, and exit, for instance. So what I'll do here, I'm going to choose icons that are similar to that. So for about, I'm going to see if I can search for anything about info and something like this here. Okay, so I'm going to add 3 more. And for rate the app, I think I'm going to use for here I'm going to use rate. I'm going to use star. I think should be able to get something there. Yeah, I'm going to use this one. And also the next one I'm going to use share. Okay, so here I'm going to do a vector set. So here I'm going to call share. So this icon. And then finally I'm going to do contact. So it should be message, or maybe envelope, or mail. See if you can mail. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to call this four images that I just added here. So have array.drawable. I think the first one is info. So this is an array, and if you constant with array, this will be the next one will be in a particular order per se. So I'm just going to call them. This should be do we have share? Okay, this should be share. I think it should be stars now. Okay, so these are the ones I want to use here. So four of them. So what I'm going to do next time is to create another string array that will hold the description. So I'm going to have string here. I'm going to call this list view short description. Short description equals a new string right here. This should have a semicolon. Okay, so here, like I said, I'm going to have about the app. Comma, I'm going to have rate. Here, I'm going to have I think I have share, and I'm going to have contact. I'm right here. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense. So what I want to do next is to call my hash map. So I'm going to call that here. So I'm going to call so here I'm going to have string. I'm going to have string here. Just call this variable here. So be new. This should be array list, and within this array list, I think I'm going to have I'm going to call let's see. Okay, so I'm gonna use that for this one. So next, what I want to have next, I'm gonna loop through that. So I'll say for int r equals to 0, I is less than equals to. I think I want to have 4 here because I have 4 items. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I'm here, so I'll say I and I plus plus. This increment. Okay, so here I'm going to have hash map. Here I'm going to have string. String, we give this variable of hm, close new. I will call a hash map right here. So I'm going to put hm dot put. So what I want to put here is list view description. So I'm going to put here, I'm just going to call list view description right here. So that will be I'll call that my variable now, list view short item description, or I can just copy this and just paste it there. Okay, so this we're taking I right here. So what I want to do next, I'm still going to put hm the puts. So I'm going to call this one list view image. So this would this one we hold here. I'll have not intent now, integer, that's a string. So I'm going to call my list view image right there, and I'm going to pass these two. Okay, so what I'm going to do next here is to call a string MRA. I'll just give this from. So here I want to have list view image. And here I want to have list view description right here. Let's give this semicolon. So I want to have an int here, int high, 2. This would be equals to here. I want to have added ID that list view image. Oops. Okay. Now the ID is it's the one I give to. Okay, so you can see here list view image and list view item description. So I'm calling this one here. So that's why I'm having this. All right. So here, so this would be our ID. That's this should be list view image. List view item description rather. Should be this one. Okay, so this will have a semicolon. Okay, so next, what I want to do is set my simple adapter. So I'm going to call simple adapter. I give it a variable. And we call some new simple adapter. So I can just get application context. Okay. So I'll just go to the next line. So I have my list variable here. So I have our layout. Activity underscore main. And so I have from variable have to here too. So what I want to have next is to call the list view itself. So just give this list view. And it calls find view by ID. Hope we give it an ID. Let's come here. Okay, list underscore view we did. Okay, so we're gonna have we're gonna call it by ID. So I'm gonna have find view by ID r.id that's list underscore view. Okay. So I'm gonna have list view that sets adapter. Okay, so I'm gonna call that variable simple adapter right here. So I wanna get the position. What this does now is to arrange the elements, the whole items here in the list view, and it's gonna follow this pattern. Here we're gonna have the images right here and the text right here. It's just gonna display them like that. But then this does nothing, and there are no click events. So I'm just gonna do a click event for this, so that in case you want to add a click event to the particular list view, there's a way to do it. So what we'll do next for to add the click events, we're going to set list view dot set on item click listener. Okay, so there we'll have here new adapter. All right, so, and I click this now. So we have this here. I'm just gonna. All right. So we have these called up for us. So now I'm going to use switch statements to check. I'm going to use switch statement to check. So the int is I, so I'm going to have int I here for the pose as just checking the position now. Here. So and since it starts from 0, so you can see an array starts from 0. So this will be 0, this will be 1, this will be 2, this will be 3. Okay. So maybe I think this should be 3 because there are only 3 elements. Not that it won't give off any error in a way. There. So to do that, what we're going to do is to see case 0. So have case 0. Yeah, that is the first, if the first item is clicked. So what I want to show here, when the first list item is clicked, I'm just going to display a toast message here. Oops. So this will be toast with make text, should be get application context. Here I'm just going to write about us right here. So this should be toasted length. So I'm just going to show this. I'm just break this right here. Okay, so this is for case 0. So we're going to check for case 1. So this will be case 1. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'll just copy this and just paste them here so as to save time. So here you can see we have about, we have rate, we have share, we have contacts. So the next one should be rate. So we're going to have case 2 here. This one should be share. And then we're going to have case 3 here too. Should be case 3. Here should be contact. So hopefully that makes a lot of sense. Alright. So we'll just go ahead and test this and see how it works in the emulator. Oops, we've got a blank screen. Let's go see. I think we forgot to add something. I should be right here. I was supposed to add the hash map list, add it to view. So what we'll do here, we'll just call this a list.add here. Then we'll pass the same hash map variable right here. So I think this should do the trick. Just run this again and see how it shows on the emulator. Okay, so there we go. We'll have a full display now. So you can see when we click on this, showing the toast message that instructed it to show. Now notice it's just showing just 3, and we said it should show 4. I think we're just going to increment these to 4 as well. This should be 4, and then we'll just do this again. And so hopefully we should get the about, rate, share, and contact, because contact is missing here. So we should get it in a bit. Alright, so we'll have it now. So we'll have about, we have rates, we'll have share, and then we'll have contacts. So this is it for this tutorial, guys. Thank you for watching. If you like this tutorial, subscribe to our channel to get more useful contents like this.